Thank you very much. Senator Rounds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me begin just by saying to both General Rudd and to General Donovan, thank you for your service to our nation. You have both spent much of your career operating at the tip of the spear in combat and in the gray space between peace and conflict. As you are considered for new roles with additional authority and responsibility, I appreciate your continued willingness to serve our nation in this exceptionally complex threat environment, and I want to extend that same thank you to your families for their service and their sacrifice as well. As I discussed with both of you in my office, I've heard from 56 senior DoD officials in hearings over the past 3 years, including the Secretary of Defense, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, every service chief, and 9 combatant commanders, that vacating or sharing the 3.1 to 3.45 gigahertz band of the electromagnetic spectrum would have an extremely detrimental impact on our warfighting capabilities, including homeland defense missions, force protection for our troops overseas, and strategic communications. General Rudd and General Donovan, if confirmed, will you advocate for and defend the department's equities that operate on or use those bands of the spectrum, including the radars that will make President Trump's Golden Dome function appropriately? A yes or a no would be appropriate.
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
Thank you. Let me go to General Rudd specifically. Senator Wicker asked you about the importance of the dual hat leadership arrangement, but I wanted to kind of follow up on that a little bit with you. As you understand it, how important would the dual hat be during a conflict with a near-peer adversary, during which time Cybercom would be providing cyber fires to other commands such as INDOPACOM?
Yes, Senator, as as we discussed in your office, and then as I've alluded to earlier and spoken about, the unity of effort that comes out of that current construct, I think, is really important to enabling the support of both those organizations to the warfighter to continue at speed and provide agility. Increasingly, we're looking at how we effectively integrate those capabilities across the other joint capabilities in both kinetic, non-kinetic scenarios, and look at that. We do it on a daily basis, not kinetically, but we certainly employ those on a daily basis. So I think what we see at U.S. INDOPACOM, it's a very effective construct. But again, Senator, I think my role, if confirmed, is to continue to be objective about that. As it comes up for review and evaluation, it's to continuously assess that.
Yeah, and I think it's proven to be very, very productive in terms of both the speed and efficiency of making those deliveries of services back to that combatant command when you're sharing what might be an asset from one side of the coin to the other side of the coin between these two entities. And so I appreciate your recognition of that in your current position as well. General Donovan, Section 1505 of the FY24 NDAA authorized cyber activity against Mexican transnational criminal organizations. In your professional military opinion, would providing similar authorities to the commander of Southcom provide more options to the commander and ultimately enhance U.S. security in the region? I think this is one that kind of goes unnoticed once in a while, but those authorizations to allow us to get in and to actually follow up and follow these transnational criminal organizations is going to be extremely effective in allowing our opportunities to limit their ability to bring drugs and so forth into our country. But we've never really talked about it in the rest of Southcom. I'd like your thoughts.
Senator, when we discussed this in your office, it really hit home that the fact that authority applied to the Mexican potential target sets, the belief is that should be extended across the entire AOR, and that connects both Northcom and Southcom, where we have that unity of effort and then unity of approach, but also unity of sharing, unity of the collaboration that's going to be required to protect the homeland.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator. And